how to create a master template. In this video I want to show you how to modify it, and that will hopefully give you the confidence that it is worth spending the time on creating that master template. Because really, when you're setting up, what I would like you to do is create your master template and then get all of your forward order brides onto the system, and then put their orders on the system all ready, so that once all that's on, because once we've got all your forward orders on, I would then go into setting up all your automations. But I don't want to set them up to confuse your brides when or your brides that you've already booked, because if they start getting random quotes, emails or SMSs saying thank you for paying your deposit when they paid it months ago, it would just confuse them. So to set you up, really you need to get that template sorted, then get all of your brides on as digital files. Then once you've done that, you're going to get your orders on, so all the information is there. You could use your templates for that, or if you've got prices in, you might just want to freehand it. And then once you've done that, we would set up your automations, and then that is where the system would really come into operation. So without further ado, let me show you what I would do once I'd created my master template. So I have created my master template, but I want to rename it. I want to rename it Weddings 2025. So I am going to come over here. I'm going to go use template. You have to do this to create a template. You have to do it from within a wedding order. So I always have a wedding in my name. So here is my master template that I've done. And now I wanting to call this Weddings 2005. So I'm going to create template, and essentially all I'm doing is copying that master template, and I'm going to call it Weddings 2025. Create. So now I have a template called Weddings 2005, and that is my master template. So it's got all my built-in labels and any built-in charges in there, or any built-in words I want in my things. Like, for example, we tend to put in words like, there's the collection of hired items, we put in there that this is an optional cost, you can bring it back if you want to, or turnaround, we put in the turnaround. This charge is for turning, moving the items from your receptions to your for turning around the room where you are in one area where you're getting married and your reception's in the same place. However, sometimes the venue do this for you, so if they're happy to do for this, you can take it off. But at least if I have quoted it, it is there, so there's no ambiguity, I suppose. So I'd put all those sorts of things in our master template. So I've saved this template called Weddings 2025. However, now I want to quote for Weddings 2026, and I don't want to use my 2025 prices. So I come back over to my Weddings dashboard, and I go back into my quote, this is me, and I go view quotation. I am going to use the template of my 2025. However, I want to modify this data because I want this data to be my 2026 data. So I'm going to add 110. So I'm going to add 10% to it, so 110. Because I've added a load of labour ingredients, I want that to go up as well, because if my prices are going up, it stands to reason my ingredients should go up, or my set ingredients should go up by the same amount. So you must remember to resync there, because that puts that up by this amount too, and then I hit update. And then you can see here the price of each item has gone up, and also the labour charge. So where I'd originally charged 50, it is now added on 55 here. Then what I would want to do here, if there's some sort of random prices, because obviously it's adding a percentage increase, I might change these to something more retail. So I'd probably change that to 230 and that to 120. So I'd go through the whole thing rounding up or down. Once I was happy with it, I would then create this as my template for 2026. So I'd go options, create template, which is essentially just copy this one and create. So then depending on what I'm quoting, I now have a 2025 one and I have a 2026 one. So once I'd spent the time creating my master template, it's actually really quick to add all these increases on. Let's say I was quoting a bride and she was getting married at Valentine's Day. What I would do is I would go, okay, she's getting married at Valentine's Day. She's getting married at Valentine's Day 2026. So I would do that. I'd put all the items in, but I would want to put an uplift on it. So I wouldn't do this as a template, but I would adjust her quote. So once I'd worked all that out, I'd go, right, I need to charge more for this because it's Valentine's Day. So we're going to go 40% increase, 140. I'd resync my ingredients and I'd click update. And then I would use this to quote my bride from. It just means that all of these sums are done for you. And it is very quick to modify your template. So hopefully I've convinced you about using templates for your quoting and about spending the time creating that master template. Once you've done that and added all your forward order brides into the system, we will then look at adding in your automations so you can go live with your quoting system.